CryptoBLK! I'm Odessa and I'm one of the product managers here in CryptoBLK. So for you viewers, CryptoBLK is a blockchain solutions provider. We focuses on building a network of decentralized applications ranging from all industries. It could be in the trade finance, insurance, and as well in the construction space. So today, I'm going to give you an exclusive office tour to speak to some of our colleagues to find out more about what they think about the industry and as well as what they're currently working on. So without further ado, let's go! So I'm going to bring you to meet a special person in the company. He's the brains of the company. He takes a look at all of our technical architecture, and he's none other than this guy over here, our head of engineering. And as you can see, he's pretty disturbed right now. So can I speak to you?
Sure.
I managed to bring Tony to our pantry area, and as you can see, our pantry is filled with a lot of snacks, fruits and drinks as well. So this is what we actually have daily thanks to our HR team. And here with me, Tony, I actually would like to speak to Tony to know more about what he thinks about the blockchain industry, and he can actually explain more to us about what blockchain is in general.
Well, to put it in simple terms, blockchain is a database shared across multiple companies and individuals. Changes on data are stored as transactions in this massive database. And the one big problem this technology is aiming to solve is to remove middlemen and central authorities to create a fair and private digital world. This is essentially crucial to financial industry, where banks are often viewed as intermediaries to each other and raising the cost of services. Financial systems are also operated by one company, which raises huge concerns for banks and individuals when it comes to privacy. Therefore, to create a fair and private economy through technology, blockchain is designed to be tamper-proof so that no one can rewrite or change data that is created. It's digitally signed. Everyone can see owners' digital identities of transactions, and it has to be verifiable. Data has to be accessed and verified by relevant parties.
I see. Now I know that transparency is a common feature that people talk about, especially in blockchain. I would like to know more about if anyone or everyone can access the data on blockchain.
No, not everyone can access the data. In fact, there are two primary types of blockchains. One is permissioned and another permissionless. A permissioned blockchain is designed for companies and businesses to collaborate. They create data and interact through the blockchain, with access and editing rights given only to peers with permission. It is often seen in use by companies like record keeping and process tracking between companies. Permissionless blockchain, sometimes referred as public blockchain, is a system where any company and individual is free to participate with no restrictions on the activities. This is commonly used for payments and storing assets like NFTs.
I have one more question for Tony. So many experts believe that blockchain will completely change business in the next few decades. So I would like to know your view. Why is blockchain the future of businesses?
Well, given the massive interest in this technology, increasing numbers of blockchain startups and companies have been springing up each year. The world has spent 4.67 billion USD on blockchain in 2021, and the global spending on blockchain solutions is expected to grow at a rate of 56.3% in the coming 7 years. This demonstrates the decentralized economy for enterprises and the regulated space has its place in the market and will see wider adoption.
Are you inspired? Booms. So I'm going to bring you to the next part of the office. It's actually one of the most important person in the office, because it's none other than my boss. My boss.
Can you not do that?
So I finally got a hold of my boss. So he's here with me. He's the head of product in the company, and he is also the person who is in charge of building a network of decentralized applications here. So I will have him to share more about how this concept came about.
Enterprise blockchain solutions nowadays are mostly customized workflows or applications, which mostly exist and operate in silos. But to us, it does not always have to be that way. With our company's experience and track record in providing enterprise blockchain solutions, Kentro is designed to be a trusted network of decentralized applications that allow users to access permission chain application through a common layer of verified identities. So allowing users to interact or transact with one another while maintaining the need for privacy and security for data and information on the permission network. And on top of that, Kentro is also equipped with a suite of modules that makes building applications on this network even more efficient. For instance, with Kentro Sign, our document authentication and signing module, users can create digital true copies of commercial documents on the distributed ledger in just a few simple steps, which makes blockchain technologies more accessible than ever to enterprises of different industries or scale. So join us to be part of the greater Kentro network. And if you're interested, please speak with us today. Thank you.
So I'm here in one of our office collaboration area. This is where most of our colleagues hang out. We also have a lot of meetings here, and this is definitely one of our favorite places to have our meetings because of the view that we have here. And here today, I have two colleagues here. They are Yvonne and Jessica. They are both from the business development team, and they are currently working on a few decentralized applications, especially in the insurance and as well as in the construction space. So I'll have them to share more about what they are currently working on.
We actually have already built Midas for insurance. So back in 2016, there were over 1,004 motor policies with 700 victims. So these victims, they usually get the multi-insurance via third-party platform, for example, the car dealers. So they and the licensing staff at Transportation Department will have no way to authenticate the policies in real time. So therefore, the Transportation Department, together with the Hong Kong Federation of Insurers, they reach out to us, and then we identify DLT as a solution for them to tackle the problem.
How do you guys authenticate the policies?
So first, the insurers and some agent will have to upload the policies onto Midas to generate a QR code. And then the policyholders, as well as the Transportation Department, can scan the QR code, and then they can authenticate in real time.
Oh, that's convenient. So is there like a huge data leakage?
So the trickiest part is that there's no personal identifiable information to be stored on Midas. So this information will be masked and then transferred into a series of numbers before they store on Midas, which means that no one except the corresponding insurers will be able to access the data on the ledger, including not even CryptoBLK as the network operator can access the information. Okay. So Midas has helped to eradicate the forging activities in motor insurance. So we have already got 70% of insurers onboarding Midas, and with the integration with Transportation Department next year, the drivers will no longer have to physically present the policies when they renew their license. And we hope to extend this usage to other public sectors, for example, the Hong Kong Police Force, where they will help them to solve the authentication process.
So Jessica, I know you have been busy in the construction space lately. So why not tell us more what's happening new out there as well?
Yeah, I'm excited to share that we recently have partnered with Accenture to tackle the construction issue through blockchain technology. And one of the major industry challenges, especially in payment, that in a construction project, let's say you have a building or a bridge, that you need to involve more than 30 players in the whole project. And there's lots of silos in the communication, and they only rely on upper tier to know the payment status and to track and processing the payment. And because of this issue, which led to lots of payment delay and was a dispute that it could lead to strike on the street that you might see on the news.
This is a major issue. So how can blockchain actually solve this huge challenge then?
Yeah, so the first thing that we try to tackle is the silo in communication for the whole industry. First is we want to bring on board all the players in the project. For example, the developer, the main contractor, subcontractor, surveyor, architect, they are the important players to complete the project during the payment process. And the second is that in order to really tackle the payment issue, we really need to bring on the bank in the network, where the bank can provide supply chain financing to subcontractors. So then there's no holding on payment because they will get paid on time or even earlier. And second is that on blockchain, everything is immutable, which means that it's very secure. When we dealing with financial data, it's very sensitive. And the network is only allowed for verified participants to join, and they only can add record or to cancel record, but everything is trackable and immutable and tamper-proof. And last but not least is that we use blockchain smart contract to do lots of automation during the whole payment processes, such as setting deadlines, standardizing the workflow for the whole industry, for architect, surveyor to submit the form, so then payment can be settled on time. Now that we have around 23 companies that using Topaz, over 100 users, including a major developer, Swire, the main contractor, Paving, and Gammon. So we are very excited to onboard more developers, major contractors, and banks and insurance to join this network.
Over here, I have Pascal here with me. He's our technical director here in CryptoBLK. He deals mainly with a lot of public blockchain projects here in the company. Earlier on, I did mention that CryptoBLK, we are a blockchain solutions provider. So we deal with two aspects, permission blockchain projects and as well as public blockchain projects. So I'll let Pascal here to share more with us what he's currently working on.
So currently we are working on different blockchain projects, and especially a blockchain project in China. So imagine, for example, that you have a successful decentralized application and a smart contract built and deployed on Ethereum, and now you want to bring it to the mainland Chinese market, where Ethereum blockchain is not available. So how you can do it? So Wuhan Chain and OPE, which stands for Open Permission Ethereum, is the solution. OPE Wuhan Chain is a fully compatible and exclusive Ethereum implementation for the mainland Chinese market. So OPE is co-developed by CryptoBLK and Kinetic Capital through a joint venture called Neptune Digital. It brings a fully compatible Ethereum network to the mainland Chinese market. What you can run on the Ethereum mainnet can seamlessly run on OPE without any modification on the code. OPE is now running on the biggest blockchain platform in the mainland Chinese market with a company called Blockchain-Based Service Network, BSN. So if you have NFTs or metaverse idea for the mainland Chinese market, so then OPE is the live network that you need. Or if you have a sophisticated enterprise blockchain idea for the Chinese mainland market, so also OPE is the live network that you need. Come to talk to CryptoBLK, Kinetic Capital, or even directly to Neptune Digital to bring your great blockchain project to the mainland Chinese market. And remember, if you want to deploy your project on OPE, it's so mature that there is already millions of transactions running on the chain right now. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm here at sofa number 2. So here with me, Adrian. Adrian, he's from our tokens team. So he is busy with some projects lately, so I'll have him to explain more about what he's currently working on.
Hi guys, thanks Odessa. I'm Adrian, I'm in the tokens team. So we've been working on a couple of projects, one's in quantum computing space called ABELIAN. So if you haven't heard about blockchain or anything, you might have heard of quantum computing. So if you have been following about blockchain news, you know that security against quantum computing is the next big thing. Blockchain teams are working day and night to make their blockchain systems post-quantum. But if you're looking around for a future-ready Layer 1 blockchain solution, here it is it. ABELIAN is the world first post-quantum privacy-preserving Layer 1 solution. ABELIAN is post-quantum as it uses cryptographic algorithms, which are designed to defend attack from conventional computers, but also quantum computers. ABELIAN uses US NIST, standardized latex-based cryptography, as its building blocks of its Layer 1 blockchain solution. ABELIAN is also privacy-preserving, that whenever you send a transaction, the sender and receiver's address are protected. Moreover, the transaction amount is encrypted. Our goal is to make everyone, even retail or institution, be able to enjoy and build the apps or other applications on this blockchain so that they can thrive in this post-quantum era. We don't know when quantum computing is going to be powerful enough to break our current crypto systems yet, but we for sure know that in terms of cybersecurity, we need to act now to upgrade our crypto systems.
Thank you, Adrian. That's our goal. So we have come to the end of the office tour, so hope you guys got to know more about us, and see you guys around!
See you.